Welcome back to Podcast by Committee. You guys are our committee. We are psyched to be back another week. I'm Joe, joined by my co-hosts as always, Logan and Graham. Logan, kick us off. How are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. I spent the day, had a test today,
Hmm.
finals
In
week
what are you testing?
in macroeconomics today.
Sounds awful.
Yeah,
I
it
have the
was.
same class.
And then Zach Wilson became a Bronco. It was good. Probably
Hey,
talk
we'll
about
talk
that
about
later.
it. We got a lot of Broncos news today.
Yep, New Jerseys.
What is
Talk
the
about those,
decision?
I'm guessing.
Putrid.
So yeah, big day. Big day.
Graham?
My week's been good. Closing out the school year as well, and I'm gonna have some big tests, so that's not fun. But other than that, football draft, the NFL draft coming soon. I'm excited. Also, our St. Louis Battlehawks going off. Bunch of studs.
True.
Bunch of studs there.
You know who are not a bunch of studs? The Arlington Renegades, who are 0-4.
Hey, they're still. I don't think they're the worst team in the league. I think it's the.
I
haven't watched a single game.
UFL. Graham and I watched a bit.
I've seen so many clips.
It's
many
good.
clips.
It's good.
It's
football.
good football,
If you haven't
yeah.
watched it, it's good football. I'm not gonna lie.
There's some
I really
really good
enjoy it.
running backs.
Yeah.
Like shockingly good running backs. In
It's
there.
it's a lot of fun. It's high quality from what I've seen.
Too bad Max Borghi retired.
Who?
Max Borghi.
Oh, yeah.
He was
what
going to
is-
be in the XFL or the
There must have been
UFL.
something dang good for him to go after. I think it was like
Business
a business
something.
venture.
It was either
Yeah.
business or I think
I
it
bet
was
good.
business.
Yeah, I think it was business. Wish him the best. Anyways, I am down to like 8 days of high school left. I am pretty psyched. I've been doing next to nothing except like 2 classes for the last like 3 months. So it is what it is. But yeah, so that's what we got. We can slide on over into news and notes. Bit of news this week. First off, some smaller stuff. While this is expected, Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips, Miami's 2 first-round picks from years back, both had their fifth-year options picked up, so they'll be there for next year. J.K. Dobbins signed with the Chargers, so they're just assembling the Ravens' former backfield, pairing him with Gus Edwards.
And they're lacking the best member of that backfield, which was Lamar
Keaton
Jackson.
Mitchell.
So
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah, no, you're right. But this was before J.K. Dobbins was hurt. So
Yeah. Maybe they'll trade for Lamar.
yeah, you think?
Yeah, probably. Herbert for Lamar, straight up. But no, I think I hope J.K. Dobbins gets back on track. That'd be cool.
I don't really care anymore.
You don't really care?
No,
Fair.
He could win comeback player of the year this year if he does solid, I think.
He won't.
You won't? Okay. Fair.
he'll probably do all right, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's literally just the Ravens from a year ago. So
Yeah.
Also, weird that, I don't know, maybe surprised Harbaugh wanted to sign the Ohio State guy, but
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he can't care anymore.
if I was a former college coach, I would not
Oh,
sign
I'm
a
so
single-
biased. I'm drafting every single one of my players.
In the
Blake
draft,
Corum's
it's like,
going 5.
former UCLA head coach, number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams going to 2. All right. Have fun in Washington, buddy. Anyways, next piece of news: Zach Wilson traded to Denver for a late round pick. We have a
Pick
resident
swap.
Broncos fan, Logan. What do you think?
It's
Yeah, pick swap.
whatever. I don't think it will matter.
No.
I think
Do
this
you
is a
think
pretty
there's a chance you
non-factor.
guys don't get a quarterback and he starts this year?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
think there's
mean,
definitely a
we're
chance
picking at
too.
12.
Hmm.
And we're either going to reach on Bo Nix or it'll be Zach Wilson and Jaron Stidham
Not in
QB
my
battle
mock
for the
draft, you're not.
season.
I think you guys should
Oh,
rotate
no.
him in and out every other play. I think that'd be super fun. to
That
watch.
would be fun. I think maybe mid-play we have 2 quarterbacks out there.
Hey, call it McCarron, man. AJ McCarron, Battlehawks. Call that boy up.
True.
Man.
We'll get Matt Corral. But yeah, no.
Hopefully,
Who cares?
Zach Wilson, fresh start for him.
I want to be successful.
But Sean Payton was mean to Russell Wilson, so I hope Zach Wilson has thick skin, which I'm sure he does. Matt Ryan officially retired today as a member of the Falcons, I believe. Good for him, long career. Probably gonna make the Hall of Fame at some point.
Think
Former
so?
Colt. Yeah, I think so.
There's a chance he
He
doesn't.
won an MVP. Huh?
There's a chance he doesn't.
Yeah, there's a chance, and he may not be first ballot, but I think the MVP. He had a lot of great seasons in a row. Played for a very long time. respected in the league. I think he'll make it. And while he didn't have a great last season on the Colts, I think he'll make it.
That is how you're judged on how your
Yeah.
season with the
how
Colts
your
goes.
last season goes.
Carson Wentz.
That's why Philip Rivers is going to the Hall of Fame.
Phillip Rivers.
He led a
Oh,
wild card
yeah.
appearance.
Philip Rivers, Carson Wentz, and Matt Ryan. Those are only judged in their Colts careers.
Oh man, some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Anyways, our last piece of news, probably the most fun. Lions and Broncos both got new jerseys this week. We can start with the Lions, just because beginning it off with Logan's Broncos. I know the first, like the home and aways were they were good, but the black
I
ones stole
love
the
them.
show.
I love all of them.
I love all of them. The gray
blacks
helmets. Okay, the blacks objectively the best.
Top 5 in the
Like,
league.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. Easily, yeah.
But the other ones are so underappreciated. Like,
Oh, they're good.
I love a gray helmet with like before they just had
Made
a
them
kind
pulled
of
up.
boring helmet and they had white on it too. They have white on it now, which I think is really awesome. And it's kind of like
those are so
stripes.
good.
I liked
Those
the
I love those
homes
helmets.
Yeah, the helmets
more
are
than the aways. It seemed a little minimalistic to me, but I
I
liked
don't
the new,
like-
hue of blue.
I don't like the whites that much.
I don't either. That's
I
the
think they're
one that I
alright.
didn't love.
The blues are really nice,
The
honestly.
blues are
super
nice.
cool.
And I like also they changed the number design to like a more basic thing, which I like.
I like it.
Like it was fine before, but I think it made sense to go with a lot of other teams, like what they're doing now. And obviously, yeah, the black ones are the best.
Are they still going to wear the
Those are
worst
solid.
throwbacks in the league?
Oh yeah.
Lions?
Yes.
Since they
Those they
didn't
had
announce
last
new
year.
ones, probably.
Those
Which
things
ones
are
are-
awful.
what-
The
what
one with that
throwbacks?
stupid lion logo on it.
Oh yeah, probably not.
You don't
I'm
think?
shocked.
Oh, those things are...
And did you see that? It was.
Or they
the
didn't have
owner
the...
they wouldn't give back the black uniforms unless they won the division this
Mhm.
past year. Then they did it. That was pretty cool. I think we should normalize incentive based.
Oh yeah.
uniforms.
Yeah. Which why the Chiefs are getting new uniforms this off season, changing their entire color scheme and rebranding. Now they're the Kansas City Battlehawks, blue and silver.
I'd be so mad. Probably. I don't know. Think that'll happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously Broncos rebrand as well, jersey wise. Logan, you can be the first to comment on this.
They're an improvement. Yeah. I don't think they're like great.
Okay.
I don't think they're
There's
good.
one that's great. And
Well,
it's the
okay, well,
Navy
we're
one.
talking about the throwbacks.
Which one is that?
Throwbacks?
The Navy one, just the Navy
Oh, the
one.
Navy?
The midnight Navy. The helmet is
Navy.
all white.
I
And
hate
it looks
Navy.
fire. It has like a
The
Bronco outlined in
throwbacks are
black.
amazing. I will
Well,
say
The
yeah.
throwbacks are my
I
new
mean,
favorite
beautiful.
uniform.
Yeah, I mean,
A
come
little
on,
biased,
those are,
but
Love those.
those are
The
amazing.
regular uniforms are a bit too basic to me. Like I like the use of the mountains.
Not the
and
Midnight
colors.
Navy.
I think they'll look really good on the field. I think that's the most important part.
They
I
will
think
probably
they'll
look
look-
good on the field. I did not like them that much, really.
I like the white one. If I was going to get one,
Yes.
I'd probably get the white one.
I was talking about the white
Well, I'll
helmet.
get a throwback.
They're
I'll get a
absolutely-
throwback.
It's definitely an improvement because Denver had probably the worst jerseys.
My Zach Wilson throwback jersey is already in the mail. So.
I don't think
Okay,
they had
hold
the
on.
worst. Let's think about this.
Joe
Seahawks
McLaughlin
are
throwback.
terrible, man.
Not that bad.
I hate Seahawks
I hate the
jerseys.
Seahawks. I don't like them
I like
either.
the
I don't
throwbacks.
like
They have the best
Seahawks are just like 13-year-old picking an outfit, you know?
True.
Just
That's like their fan base.
Neon and navy.
Yeah.
Every
Sure,
like
it's like
8-year-old that like parents don't like football. That's their
Yeah.
favorite team. Is the
Yeah, that's
Seahawks.
facts. And they only know like Russell Wilson, that's their favorite player.
Question for you guys though: there was
Yeah.
a big time player that was completely left out of the uniform reveal,
Okay.
and people are speculating. Yes, Cortland Sutton was not in any of the.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
were like joking
no,
around.
no. Cortland Sutton was not.
Well,
in
yeah,
any...
he's been skipping the OTAs, hasn't he?
I know. Well, I guess that's probably why, but I didn't know. Was he? Is he
I
skipping?
think he
anything?
was.
I don't know. I don't pay attention
Let me
to.
confirm.
I don't pay attention to any of like who skips what and whatever.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, like
But-
because it's not always like a big thing.
And Patrick Surtain was in every single video and the entire. So maybe because there were some rumors that he would get
Yeah,
traded.
he had skipped the OTAs, Sutton.
Yeah.
It
Okay, so
may
that's
not-
probably
it
why.
may not be a big thing.
But
Yeah, seeking
you
a
know.
new contract. Yeah, you're right. I that is something to be noted. But wasn't there a guy excluded from the Cardinals jersey reveals? Was it Kyler, or was
Maybe.
it no? Was it Buda Baker? I think it was Buda Baker.
Buda Baker always has trade rumors around him for the last
Yeah.
5 years.
That's true. But yeah, I don't know. Could have been better jerseys, but at the same time, like, what are you
Not
gonna
bad.
do?
Improvement.
Yes, an improvement over nothing.
Which is
True.
that's all you can ask for. Like you can't
Yeah.
you can't expect them to like completely change the colors. You know, like you got to stick with the colors you've got. And if they're
I
not
know.
the greatest colors, then
Like
I like the
navy.
color scheme.
I hate
Yeah.
navy.
navy and orange. I mean,
Navy's
It's
the
all right.
second worst color.
What's
Yellow's
the
the
first
worst.
color?
Everyone knows.
Brown?
No, yellow.
Brown.
No, it's yellow. You can look good in some brown. You can't ever. No one looks good in yellow.
That's actually a fair point.
Yeah,
Like a
yellow's
tan, like a
terrible.
brown suit
Okay,
can look good.
tan.
Tan, brown, can look good.
Okay, yeah, you
Yellow-
convinced me. Yellow
Yellow
might
never looks good
Anyways.
ever. Oh, I hate the color yellow so much. It's so disgusting.
Also, the most minor piece of news in the universe: Brown's going back to white face masks.
Yeah,
Like, clean.
that is correct.
Sure.
Correct statement.
I
it's
like the
okay.
more white they use. Not gonna lie. I like those white uniforms they have. Oh, they're beautiful. The all whites for the Browns.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
The
they're all
Browns,
right.
the Browns uniforms are just so.
Brown
mid.
uniforms are. They need
I
a
actually
total
kinda like
rebrand.
them.
I think they
No,
need
I
a
don't like- I
total
like
rebrand.
Yeah, I just can't stand the Browns. Also, I
The
just
logo.
can't.
I wish they would use the bulldog as the logo, like the
Yeah,
blue one.
exactly.
Yeah,
But I like the uniforms. Honestly, I do. I think they've done a good job with them. But anyways, we can move on to Hall of Fame or Hall of Lame. I've got two for you this week. One
Oh, whoa.
is what?
Two.
What's the whoa? Oh yeah. One is a curveball to say the least.
yeah.
I think
So
you
it's
might...
going to be a no, probably.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like a curveball, like the player.
Like,
Um,
okay, we'll figure it
You'll
out.
see. You'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out.
But as a reminder, this is I give these guys a current or retired player. They're both current this week, and their career stats, and they will determine if their trajectory is Hall of Fame or Hall of Lame, aka not making Hall of Fame. The first guy I have this week is a current kicker.
No.
He's been playing for 7 years, and his field goal percentage is 89.1%.
Okay, it's just.
I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
you,
it's just gonna be Justin. If it's anyone,
I'm not gonna
but
tell you
Justin
the
Tucker,
team.
no.
but he has a lot of success in his career. Don't think about it. Give me yes or no.
I already thought
No.
about it. It's Justin Tucker, and it's no.
Oh, if it's Justin Tucker, then wait. What's it? 7 years is no.
Don't guess
it's
who
not-
it is.
I don't think it's Justin Tucker, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. There's an argument to me. There are a couple kickers I think that if I don't know.
Brandon Aubrey.
There's
like
one
the-
kicker. There's one kicker that has an argument to be into the Hall of Fame that's currently playing. Only one. There
Brandon
should be
Aubrey.
no one else.
Well, it's
For-
not. It's not Tucker.
Then
I just wanted to.
and I
It's
respect
Tucker.
it because he's not.
It's-
He's been in the league for longer than
It's
7
Butker.
years.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah,
Butker.
Bucker, absolutely not.
Okay, that's fair.
There
I
should
just-
be
I don't know.
two kickers in the Hall of Fame: and Vinatieri and Tucker, and maybe
Yeah.
some old guys that like
It is weird
revolutionized
that,
the game
like,
or whatever.
The crown for like best percentage all time keeps flipping between like Koo and Butker and Tucker. I kind of wonder who's going to have that by the end of the career.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. But yeah, Butker 2 Super Bowl rings so far, or 3.
Who
Three?
cares?
Yeah, who
I don't know,
cares?
I'm
It's
just
not
saying.
him. It's
We're
not
counting.
him.
We're counting kicker Super
I'm
Bowl.
just saying. So anyways, my second one. This is a current receiver who's been playing for 6 years. Keep that in mind, lower than usual.
6 years. So this is like
Um,
we're projecting here.
Yes.
Yeah. Heavy
Um,
projecting.
460 receptions, 6,565 yards,
Whoa, that's a good number.
and 29 touchdowns.
Oh, not a good number.
That's so bad.
That is a bad number.
But the yards, though.
Okay, the yards are all right.
6,500.
The yards are all right.
And you got to think if he plays for 6 more years, he'll have like.
Oh, yeah, you
He
have
won't
to
play
put,
12
like,
years, man.
Yeah, I
He
will.
very well could.
Very well, yeah.
Very well could. I
He
mean,
puts up
he could have
13,000,
70
14,000.
touchdowns by the end of his career.
He could, but also he could not. I'm gonna
I'm
say
going to
yes.
say if he
I like throwing
continues, I'm going to
So
say yes.
58. Yeah, I mean, if he continues, yes.
No, I'm gonna say
but-
no. I'm gonna say no.
You're going to say no? Okay.
I don't think
This
we can
one's-
project. We can project
I-
him not having any sort of fall off. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
saying
think
no.
I'm
like,
trying to think of like a. I don't know. I just can't base this off of just stats alone.
Yeah.
I gotta hear the
well, I
name.
mean,
Yeah, shut up,
I think-
nerd.
I think like
Play the game.
a lot of, I think a lot of people aren't going to consider him just because, like, obviously there's not much projecting done in like the 6 to 7, 5, 6, 7 year range.
Right.
I would say yes if he continues because he's been really consistent. Honestly, I know the player; he's been very consistent and dealt with a lot of bad quarterbacks in his career. So this is DJ Moore.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, that's fair. He's had great yardage output. Not
Yeah.
a ton of touchdowns, but
Like
Um,
very low touchdown.
Because he's been on. I mean, he hasn't been on a single good team either,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
something that's.
he's got Caleb Williams
He
now.
could be this
supposedly.
year, yeah.
I mean, hey, he could. If Caleb
Oh,
Williams
well.
ends up being great, he could
That's
be great.
tricky.
But yeah, I would say no.
It's-
I don't think you can
He's-
project.
I think he's getting on the fence,
him.
though. I would say yeah, but
I think he's got a long
oh, absolutely,
does.
absolutely.
Because
But
he's got
yardage
to.
wise,
So many
he's looking
touchdowns,
good.
man.
He's probably got to do everything he's done for the next 6 years and more.
Mhm.
So that's kind of like, and he's already had a great. But yeah, no,
Agreed.
I don't think he will.
That is Hall of Fame, Hall of Lame. Threw a curveball this week. We can move into the mock draft segment. So it is draft week. If you didn't know, NFL draft week. We're all
My
psyched
favorite
for it.
week. My favorite day.
It's
Favorite
amazing
day
week of the
ever.
year. This Thursday, I believe, right? It's a Thursday.
Yep.
Yes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Round one's going to be crazy, I think, this year because of all the quarterbacks. But we are going to be mocking out the first 10 picks, just saying what we think is going to happen. And yeah, that's pretty much all we got. So I think the first pick we can start off with is pretty routine. I mean, we all have Caleb Williams, I'm guessing, for the Bears.
Wait, we didn't all have Joe Alt.
No,
Yeah, I had-
we all have Joe Alt. Yeah.
Dang it. I messed up.
So
Yeah, I
that
think
one's,
he's going.
huh?
He's going.
He's going. You're right.
He's going.
Dante Kent. And then the second pick, this one goes a little more in depth. It's obviously Washington. They need a quarterback. There's a lot of quarterbacks available. I've heard three names brought up the most, obviously being J.J. McCarthy, Daniels, and Drake May. I agree, Logan. The face is correct. And
I think there's one answer. I think there's one answer.
I think so
And
too. I think so too.
okay. Who wants to reveal theirs first?
I got it. It's Drake May. There's no.
Mine's
It's
Jaden Daniels.
that's absurd. That's absurd. There is a huge gap between May is closer to Williams than Daniels is to May. I think because like first off, Daniels doesn't have the. I mean, he's just not that like amazing at too many things. You know, he's got good straight line speed. I don't know if he's good enough of a horizontal mover to really succeed because he's not anywhere near the like lateral movement that Lamar has to succeed how Lamar succeeds. He's going to have to get into the open field. And then you have the tackling, and then you have his throwing over the middle of the field, which has been like, it was like charted this week, and it was like the worst some guy on Twitter has ever charted.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
It was a reliable,
He charted
it was a reliable
NFL
thing.
quarterback.
It was a reliable thing.
Sure.
But I think I honestly think McCarthy and Daniels are closer than Daniels and May. I think May is a phenomenal prospect. I think May would have been number one last year. I think he would have been number one the year before. And the year before. I think he's number one the last 3 years at least.
Well,
Yeah, I
I
think-
can go next. Sorry, no, Graham, go ahead.
I think that's all like very accurate, but I've just seen so many reports of teams just being really unsure
yeah.
about me.
This is about
And-
me. But like I've seen the reports that Daniels could I'm not saying
Yeah.
I'm saying he absolutely
Not even about,
should
like-
go number two.
Yeah. Not even about like Daniels being better, but just there's so many question marks with May that they're talking about.
I still think
And
there
I've seen
are.
him-
I don't think
I've
they
seen him on like legitimate draft boards for like actual things. Like I think PFF made one, which they have crazy ones,
Mhm.
but they put May at like 9, and I was like, "Are you joking?"
he should
But
be
it
top
just
three.
shows how many question marks there are. And I mean, Daniels just won the Heisman.
I know, but I just don't-
agree. I don't love him as a prospect. He's going to take hits. They're going to have to teach him.
So, Graham, you
but-
have Daniels, correct?
I do have Daniels.
That's the thing about Daniels, though. I think all of his problems are very
Yeah.
fixed. Like, I wouldn't say very fixable, but they're fixable.
I've
But
heard the same
he-
about Joe Milton. So
I say Daniels. Daniels
Oh,
has
yep.
some fixable issues.
Yeah,
But
I
also
I put
a
Jaden
lot.
Daniels out at number 2, and that's partly because I've heard there's like in the actual real world we've heard a lot of buzz of Daniels to Washington.
I know. I just
Yeah.
don't get it.
Which I mean that we're not taking that as fact. Obviously, there's a lot of smoke before the draft every year.
yeah,
But I think Washington maybe wanting to roll with a guy who might be more pro ready. Obviously, Jaden Daniels, 5 years in college.
And that's also something.
Well, yeah, sure.
A kind of late breakout. You
Mhm.
know, that kind of scared
And
me.
I agree with the taking hits thing, but I love his mobility. I think he's got a pretty good arm. Obviously, Drake May has a phenomenal arm as well. There's a lot of things Drake made as well.
Love Drake.
I think Daniels may be a bit more pro ready, and I don't know. I just think it really comes down to preference, and I think you're splitting hairs with May and Daniels. Honestly, there's a lot of things both quarterbacks do well, but I did pick Daniels for this one because I think that's kind of what the Commanders are thinking, and
Yeah, I agree.
I'll start us off with pick 3. This is New England. Does anyone have anyone trading up for this pick?
No,
No,
just
okay,
have
I
Drake
didn't know.
May.
I have Drake May for pick 3.
I have Jane Daniels. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think he's as good, but he's still a great prospect.
Yeah.
He's still a
May,
good
obviously a
prospect.
little more raw, but I think he's great. He has a lot of great tools, great arm. He's mobile, can make all the throws, and there's a lot of speculation of like a trade down here for the Patriots or them taking Marvin.
I think they'll
they're going to
stick.
try to get a quarterback.
Yeah,
I think so. Unless their offer just blows them
Yeah.
into an obscene.
Or unless they think someone next year could be amazing, and
It'll
think
be
Marvin's too good to pass up.
3 first-round picks and then some if they trade down for this.
Well, it depends on how far. I mean, 3 for
Well,
sure.
Yeah, if it's just 3 to 4, then
But I think the most likely people to trade up right now are Giants, which would be, and the Vikings, of course.
It's the Vikings. Yeah, that's I have Drake May for Patriots number 3. So let's go next.
Does anyone have trades at 4?
I do not have a trade at 4.
We're still talking about
we all
3?
had May at 3. We all had
No,
May.
I had Daniels.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I can kick us off at 4. I
Mm-hmm.
do not have a trade, and it's Marvin Harrison here for me
Mm.
to the Cardinals.
Do you have a trade, Joe? I feel like you do.
I did not. No, I also had Marvin Harrison.
Okay,
here.
well, I thought you guys were going to trade, so I did Marvin Harrison
I did
too.
have a trade. I do have a trade, but it's not here.
Oh, not here. Well, I have 2, but actually,
Oh, okay.
I did the 15 because I misread your thing. But
No, that's fine. We can go to 15.
we'll
just react to yours.
Yeah, I think they'll stick here. Or again, it's one of those situations where what to offer, but it's a crazy prospect you're getting for your still somewhat
already
young
have,
quarterback you're paying a ton
pretty
for.
good quarterback. So
Yeah, I like Kyler.
I think Kyler could be
Unpopular opinion,
still
but
great.
I like him.
I think they have.
definitely good enough to keep over.
Yeah, for sure.
Penix or
I think they're wide receiver away from being a really solid offensive skill position group right there. You know,
And-
with
and not a
McBride,
terrible-
Connor,
Mhm.
Mike Wilson's not the worst wide receiver.
He's
He's not the worst wide receiver too in the league.
And,
yeah,
and
I'll say
you're
that
right,
confidently.
McBride fairly broke out last year.
McBride's a
tight
stud.
end
Towards the end of the season too, which
Yep.
I think that projects really well next
And yeah,
season. Yeah.
obviously Marvin Harrison Jr., an elite wide receiver prospect, one of the best guys we've seen in the last couple years, which is saying something.
In a long time, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Him and
And
Jamar Chase are last
that'll
10
be a
years
lot
pretty
of
much
fun.
it.
Yeah, and that'll be a lot of fun to see him with Kyler. Obviously, they need a receiver realistically in that room, and having him and McBride and I think James Conner's still there, and then if they are able to draft some defense as well, I think it could be fun. Could be a fun year for Arizona. But yeah, Marvin Harrison, I think. So
Yeah.
Logan, is that what you did as well
Yeah.
for 4 or no? You did? Okay.
He's great.
He's great.
But also, like, a ton of there's things they're saying some people in the NFL do not have him, which that's with every single thing
Yeah.
ever, is that they don't have him as their wide receiver one. But, you know,
that's crazy.
I think the top 3 guys you could put. I think the top 3 guys you
They're
can
not
range
interchangeable.
in kind of any order, but you can't put Marvin Harrison Jr. at 3.
You
That's the
can't
kind of
put-
thing. I don't think you should put him at 2
Marvin
either.
2, man.
But Adunze's, I think I like Adunze. Adunze's my 2.
Odunze too. I think
think
there's
that's
just an elite top 3 of receivers.
I know, and I think Adunze is 2. I think Neighbors is
And
3.
then
But
you've
we'll get
also got
there.
Guys like Brian
Both,
Thomas working in. It's good class.
even though, you know.
And late round guys.
Yeah, a
Corley,
lot of guys.
Baker, love them. Jaquan Jackson. Anyways,
Juan Jackson.
we
Aeneas
can move
Smith.
into
He's a
pick
bum.
5. I'm assuming this is where you guys have a trade up.
I do have
I
a
do
trade
not
up
have
here.
a trade.
Oh,
So,
I
Brendan,
do.
you can start us off.
I have Neighbors to the Chargers.
I don't think that's crazy.
Malik Neighbors is an amazing, immediate wide receiver 1 for almost any team.
Great
But
catch.
he can't go to the big city.
You're right. But I think they need him so bad, or they need some other offensive playmaker.
Mhm.
And it should be a wide receiver at this point, or Brock Bowers. And I think Neighbors is the better pick for them here. So I'm just going Neighbors to the Chargers.
Yeah, I didn't have the pick, but I love Neighbors. Great short area quickness, great after the catch, extremely productive, and yeah, fitting great. For this one, I have Minnesota trading up, taking J.J. McCarthy.
Same.
It's not exactly what I want to happen. I think it most likely will. They'll realistically trade the 11 and the 23, those picks, and maybe something else.
I would say it has to be something else.
Yeah.
A little something at least.
I don't love J.J. McCarthy as a prospect, but I think he is next best quarterback here pretty
So
easily.
you think, like in your personal opinion, you think he's better than Nix?
I would say for the Vikings, I would say he is better than Nix.
I think he's way better than Nix.
I think he's
I
more
think-
pro ready. Well,
I honestly, I think I like Nix better as like an actual player. You take away everything else, just look at their play. I like Nix better, but you take into age, and I think
Yeah.
I just like McCarthy because it's such it's
Yeah,
3 or
it is
4 years. It's like 3 or 4
4-year
years.
age gap. And if you want a guy to develop, I don't know, start Darnold this year, keep McCarthy on the bench for a year, and then let him
I
play.
think that's something that's important for McCarthy too. I
Yeah.
think he needs a year of development.
I would hate to see them throw him into.
I think he's
fire
got
right away.
he's got the tools. He's got the tools to be good. You know?
He does. I'm not the most confident in him, but I think if they're going to trade up and take quarterback, he is the guy, and I think they need to be aggressive. Whoever trade up to 5, if they do. And I think, I'm higher on him now than I was, just because obviously I've been exposed to more J.J. McCarthy content. And I don't think it's a terrible pick for what they need. So that's my pick at 5. Logan, what do you have?
I have the same thing.
He said
Yeah.
Same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do you think a package would look like at 5, Logan?
Oh, I'm so bad at these, but I would say 11. Is it 23?
23.
11,
yeah.
23, and then
Do you think it would take?
there's
I
a
don't know if it would
world.
cut it
There's a
first.
world where it could, but I don't think it will. I think it'd be that, and then maybe
Probably
like a third,
second.
Yeah, probably a
Third.
third.
I think they could do
I
that.
see a third.
or a third, and then a pick swap too. Or you're gonna have to give up a lot, but
Happens. And
I
that
see a
would be a
world
big
where
win
it's-
for the Chargers, in my opinion. Because obviously a great offensive skill position class. They can trade back, get another great guy. Maybe if they're not totally in love with Neighbors, and get some draft capital as well. But we can move on to pick 6. This is the Giants, as I have it charted. Who wants to go first?
yeah.
Yeah. So here, I don't love the Giants situation, but I have them sticking with Daniel Jones, and he just needs protection at this point. So I have them taking Joe Alt. Pretty boring, but I think it's a necessary move for them. They've had some bad luck with one specific O lineman that I can think of who's garbage. His name is Evan Neal. But I think this is the right pick. I think he's the clear one in the O lineman class. And I think it's a good pick.
All right, well, I can go next. I've got Malik Neighbors to the Giants. I think they're in need of skill position. I think Wando Robinson intrigues me. I'm not going to lie. I think he had a good end of the year. But I think having Malik Neighbors there with Daniel Jones. Obviously, Daniel Jones, not the greatest quarterback in the world, but I think it makes sense here. You don't want to reach on a quarterback unless, I don't know, maybe you want to trade back and wait for one of those guys to fall if you don't think they're going to go top 10. But I think Neighbors charts well here to get a bit more skill in the building. So maybe draft a quarterback next year, or if Daniel Jones shows a bit of progress here, I think it's a fairly standard pick. I don't hate the alt pick, but I think skill position is where they would go.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
Logan?
I have a similar but different. I have Dunze because I told you already I like him better because he can just do. He's everything. He has every single thing
great.
you could possibly want.
Great name.
Yeah, best name in the draft. I said that a few weeks ago, but I just think he has very, 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 very few flaws in his game. I think he's very safe. I think he's just going to be good. I think that's kind of what the Giants need is someone that can just be good,
I love
Because
they
jump
don't
ball guys.
They don't have many players on that offense that can just be good.
I love jump ball guys. I think they're fun to watch.
And he can also burn you, He can do both.
Oh, absolutely. He's got good speed.
That's great. That's great stuff.
I guess I can kick us off with pick number, what would this be, 7?
Mhm.
Tennessee Titans, boring pick. I got Joe Alt here. I think they need
Same.
an offensive lineman pretty badly, and they have some skill position guys already. So
and I've got basically the same thing with Fuaga,
yeah.
but
Okay. Well,
So-
I love
take Alton
Fuag.
here.
He's my favorite.
He's
He's
great.
my favorite
very
offensive
good.
lineman in the class. He can
Uh,
play. He can play every position and maul
But I
it.
think having Alton Skoronsky kind of bolstering the offensive line there could help Levis's development, especially because the running game might not be as good this year.
Whoa.
But overall, just a solid move for the Titans. Sorry, Tony Pollard.
Tajay Spears and
Tajay
Tony
Spears.
Pollard. Best running back in that
Two
backfield,
RB2s.
Tajay Spears. And Tajay Spears is the better.
I got all. So, do you guys want to explain your picks?
I mean, it's all same as you. Big, ginormous, very good.
Yeah.
He seems very safe too.
Yeah,
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as a safe pick, but he is.
Correct.
I think the Titans have solid pieces, kind of across the
I think they're
board
good. I
ish.
think they're pretty good.
Yeah, and
You know?
they added a lot of corner room, so that's great.
Got a lot of corners.
So I think they're on defense. They're not going to draft defense in the first with this pick.
I think they could kind of just do best player available, and I
Yeah.
think Joel and Fuag are definitely in contention for the best player available at
Yeah,
pick
Even though I
7.
Love Fashanu.
I love fashion.
Yeah.
Is that how it is?
Yeah. I didn't know that. I did not know that till the other day. Someone DM'd him on Twitter. Nest.
But we can move on to Atlanta. I have Dallas Turner, which I believe is the first defensive player I have charted here. I think defense is most likely their need. They've loaded up a lot on the offensive side of the ball. I don't think there's really a big weakness there anymore. And I think Turner fits in well. I think they could use some edge help realistically. They had Abedike, I think that's how you pronounce it. Arnold Abedike was pretty good, had some sacks this year. And having a guy opposite him in Dallas Turner, if he works out, could be pretty good for the team overall and help with new head coach Raheem Morris, who's a defensive guy anyway. So Dallas Turner's my pick for the Falcons.
Mine's similar. I have Leatu Latu here. I think medicals are clear, apparently. And he's the best defensive player in this class. I think he's got his bag is so deep. He has every move in the book. He uses all of them.
Yeah.
He's so fun to watch. He is the most fun player to watch defensively in this class. And I think he's going to be great. I think he's so smooth. He's very athletic. He surprised me with his athleticism and testing. I just think he's the best defensive player right here, so why not take him?
Good. Graham?
yeah. Here's where I have Vikings trading up for McCarthy. So
Nice.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense. I think it's not something that's been charted as much, Falcons trading back, but that makes
yeah,
sense.
I don't know if they need that. I mean, obviously Turner and Leatu Latu are very good
Mhm.
prospects for the defense, and I think they will go defensive. But there's a lot down the board too. So
I think it's either trade back or defense, probably. I mean,
yeah,
they could
There's
go
a lot of edges. I like
neighbors
in
or
this class.
if they fall, but
yeah.
Oh, I don't think they will. But there's a lot of edges I like in this class. So really, I think the Falcons will be fine if they trade down. So that's a good pick there. But yeah, we can move on to number 9, which is Chicago, their second pick in the top 10. Who wants to kick us off?
I've got neighbors here. This is where I have neighbors going. I think
This is
a
where I
spot.
have Adunze going.
You kind of have
I agree.
you have the issue of him and DJ Moore being too similar
Yeah,
with some, but two goods can make a gooder.
can't make it bad.
So yeah, just take a shot on a great player, a
Yeah.
great receiver, and that
Best
receiving
receiver
core
available, take
is
Caleb
amazing.
Williams is gearing up to have a really good first year, I think. So
Hmm.
he should be very excited, especially if they beef up on the offensive line, maybe in the later rounds, get some depth there, or I don't know if they want to go defensive line as well, which they could use, or even linebacker, I guess. But no, I have Adunze here. Obviously, top tier receiver prospect. Love to pair him up with Williams, and they obviously have great skill position already. Komet, Allen, Moore.
Komet would
And,
not be the first name I would name.
Well, I think he's he was the first
That's a
one that
good
came to my
player.
mind. He's a good player. He's really just not thought of much, I don't think, anymore. But he's been
yeah,
okay.
because he's just all right.
He has
He's a
two
good
great games every year.
Yeah, that's right. He has two 20+ point in fantasy games, but
he-
And I draft him every year, and I drop him mid-season, and then he
yes,
been like
Solid,
the last 3
This
seasons.
is the most droppable
fantasy
player
tight end
ever.
too. But yeah, no, Cole Kmet, good job for being still an NFL player. But anyways, I have Odunze here. So,
Yeah, same.
Logan, you gonna give the neighbor's perspective?
I already did.
You already did.
I
Have you not been paying
did.
attention?
Do you pay attention? Yeah.
No,
Joe
he
doesn't
doesn't.
care
Of course,
about
I
me.
pay attention.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
I'm done. I'm starting my. Me and Graham are starting our own.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Oh, that's
you got
Um,
us.
good stuff.
Got him.
That's also a
high
bad
quality
word, so we're gonna have to
right
cut that. But
Yeah.
Oh no, shoot. Pick 10, Jets. This one can go a lot of different ways. O-line, skill position. Who wants to go first?
I
Okay.
will go first because
Oh,
I
you
don't
got it.
have the Jets taking a pick here. I have Colts trading up.
Oh,
Brock Bowers.
Ooh, love it. Love it.
I have
Colts
Colts
taking
trading
Brock.
up to 11 or to 12. I have Colts trading up to 12.
Love it. I have Jet Steg put taking Bowers, so we have the same pick here.
Oh,
different
I
teams.
have the same pick too.
It's different teams.
Bunch of Bowers.
I just
I love
love
Bowers.
Bowers.
I love Brock
I love
Bowers.
Bowers
So
to the
good,
Colts so much more. Like
I do
Oh, I
too.
love
that
it
team,
too.
your
Dude,
team
that
would be
was so awesome.
good.
The thing is, I saw a stat the other day that was like Nathaniel. If he goes to the Jets, Nathaniel Hackett has never like play called for a tight end that's had over like the best season's like 600 yards.
Ooh, that's brutal.
So it's like,
So
you know,
terrible.
He always has
Bowers
599
is-
yards.
Bowers is going to be great. Obviously, a tremendous athlete and
what if he's
not a great
not?
hairline. But, what if he's not? Then that sucks. But I think he's going to be great.
He will be.
Rodgers,
He
Wilson,
will
absolutely
be.
Mike Williams, Brees Hall, Brock Bowers. Great offense. But Logan, you have picks 11 through 15. Hit us.
I'll just rip him off. I have Fuaga to the Chargers because there's just no skill position we're taking there. I don't think,
Fair.
and he can just play anywhere. Very versatile. Very good tackle duo now. And then I have,
again, honestly.
yeah, I know you could, but also it's who's going to trade up, and I don't know if there's really someone that's looking to trade up right there. And then I have the Colts trading up for Dallas Turner. He seems like a Colt,
I would rather just go corner, honestly.
I'm in the
But I
same
get
part.
it.
That's why you're not in charge of the team. And then at 13, I have the
I'm
most
getting a call.
I have the most Raiders
I'm
picks
doing-
ever. Shut up. And I have Bo Nix
Oh,
to the
Also-
Raiders.
Also, what
At
I didn't
13.
clarify about mine, I have Brock Bowers switching to corner. So,
Oh, okay.
For the Colts.
Yeah, see, that
okay,
works
so we're
out.
good.
so yeah.
He's Travis Huntering this, playing both sides.
Yeah.
I love it.
Bo Nix feels like he feels like the
does
next Derek
feel
Carr.
like a Raider. He
feels
does
like the next
feel
Derek
like a Raider,
Carr.
man.
And then I have
Man.
Olu Fashanu to the Saints because Trevor Penning
like
is a bum. And then I have Jackson Powers Johnson to the Denver Broncos at 15.
Whoa, that is wild.
He will be great. He's just going to be good, And there's
Replacing
just,
He's
Christian
gonna
Barrett.
go in maybe
Yes.
the 20s, not 15.
He should go in the teens because
I've seen him going to the Cowboys a lot.
He's
in mock.
he's just so
You don't want a
guaranteed,
corner?
so guaranteed great.
You don't want
But yeah,
a
that's all I
corner?
got.
We don't want a corner.
No, I
Cowboys.
said Broncos don't want another corner.
We got Levi Wallace. Yeah. Were you not
Oh,
paying
sorry.
attention?
I forgot. You signed
Pat
Levi
Surtain's
Wallace
gonna be
today.
traded, so
Whoa, no,
Yeah.
he was in the uniform reveal.
Logan,
Can't
if
be.
Pat Surtain gets traded, what is your reaction?
I'll shave my eyebrows
Okay, we have it on film.
within the next week. If he gets traded within the next week, I will shave my eyebrows.
breaking news for a conditional fifth round pick.
Conditional.
Oh, he got Amari Coopered. He got Amari Cooper to pick the Browns. But no, good mock draft. It'll be a fun draft week, so enjoy it, everybody. I know we're gonna have a party. But yeah, that's all we
For
got
sure.
for football content. Graham, you got some news for us?
I do have some news for us. All right, so this week, I was looking for more local stuff, and then I thought I used to live in France, and my family still does. So we're gonna do some things that are
Half
near
our
and dear
listeners.
to my like half our listeners that are very near and dear to my heart. Some places that are, and yeah. So I'm gonna kick us off with the one that is like very local. Stick with me here. It's about art.
No.
I know you guys aren't like enthusiastic about it.
Is it about
Alright.
the Eiffel Tower?
No, this is like in my specific area.
Notre Dame. Oh
Does-
wait,
Wait, does not everyone live like in the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah, everyone lives in the Eiffel Tower, but like it's like a
What,
specific
outro?
little area.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
like mid Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, all
Okay.
You're the very top. You're
All
the very top.
66 million of the Parisians live right in the Eiffel Tower.
Is there actually 66 million people in France? There's no way.
No, there's more than that.
That's so
Wait,
many.
Paris.
maybe is it 66?
There's
I think
definitely
it's like-
6.
That'd be crazy.
It might be
In Paris?
six.
In
I might
Paris
have messed up.
because like New York's like 8 million.
Oh yeah. No, I was
I'm
right.
getting
It's
NBA
six.
playoff
It's six.
notifications on my phone.
Yeah,
The
for
Knicks
some
just
reason I was
beat the
thinking
Sixers.
66. I don't
How
know.
come when I
why.
look up France, the wine production numbers come up over the population? France population.
That's the most.
That's the only value the country presents. So.
Are there
6
60
Oh, there's wow. You
In
knew
Paris
the
or in
France
France?
population. No,
France
in France
population
there's
is 66.
68 million.
Okay,
But I'm
yeah.
guessing like, so that's like it's 67.9.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
lot.
that's what I was getting it mixed up.
You are on the dot there.
Honestly. What
yeah.
about the American population?
You do?
Huh?
Do you not?
It's like 330.
300.
It's like 330, I think. I don't know.
Anyways,
Let's look it up. One second. You gotta see what keep up to date. It's 333.
All right,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
We're almost to 1 billion.
Almost. We'll get there by next year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
what's
right,
going
so-
on in France?
So my first piece of news here is in the Val de Marne, which is the area that we lived in, an abandoned
The
house. is-
Voldemort.
Val de Marne. The Voldemort.
5 Joe.
Oh yes.
So cultured, I can
Anyways.
already tell.
Ugh.
An abandoned house has been transformed into a quote temple of street art for the Colors Festival, a prominent event in the Île-de-France region. After facing closure in Paris last year, the festival returns to a new location in 2024. Artists have gathered on avenues Roger Salengro, which is very close to where we are, in Champigny-sur-Marne, that's our town, to showcase immersive street art experiences, turning the abandoned house into a vibrant gallery where visitors can explore and interact with their artworks. So, here's my question to you guys.
Colors
question.
Festival.
Is street art like graffiti?
No,
Oh.
it's like, I mean, I guess you could call it graffiti, but it's not like what you're thinking. It's not like letters. It's not just
Okay.
like
It's just like
dumb tags.
like murals.
It's like yeah, it's
It's
like
like-
murals and stuff like
Okay.
It's
that.
like mural, like side of building type stuff.
That ties in with my first question.
Like
here.
in
Yes.
Spider-Man?
Okay.
Yeah, like in Spider-Man. Do you guys like/appreciate street art? Like that type?
Yes.
Like
You
murals?
like it?
Yeah, I love a good mural.
Yeah.
It's like even graffiti, like the really cool looking graffiti. I look at it, I'm like, wow, that's interesting, and it caught my attention.
Yeah. There's a
And now I'm
Caitlin
looking at
Clark
something
mural
that is,
in Indiana.
like,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
cool. Then
I
like
saw it
now
the
I'm
other day.
looking at something that is different than the regular environment around me,
Mhm.
and I think it brings like a sense of vibrance to any kind of city it's in.
Yeah.
Like on trains, I love street art on trains. It's so cool.
hmm
Like, and, like that's not like an issue. Like it doesn't hurt anything. It just looks
No.
cool. And like, I don't know, like
Yeah.
a long drive, you can just stare at a train with a bunch of street art on it. I think it's rad. But
I
Right.
just love
and they're-
murals. I'm a big mural guy.
I do love
I
murals
also
too.
love murals.
That's something we have more of here than like you don't see a ton of graffiti like around us, but in France
Yeah.
there's like so much. And so that ties in with my second one. Do you think we're missing out here in the States like on experiencing this art that we
I
see
feel
like graffiti
you
and stuff like
You could
that?
go find it in the big. We just don't live.
Yeah.
You know, we live in small town USA.
That's true. I feel like
It's
there's
like a road trip. Let's road trip and
Yeah.
do some graffiti.
Yeah, let's go.
Graffiti road trip.
Honestly, that would be awesome.
Where do we
But
start?
Where we start?
No, let's
Let me
just
see.
start.
Indianapolis.
No, we're
Chicago.
going to start doing graffiti,
Okay. Okay.
like just on people's houses.
Okay. Perfect.
my
Love
problem
it.
is you have to start somewhere, and that usually means just like signing your name and just black spray paint, you know. And
Just
that
like a
looks awesome.
stencil.
That looks true, but stencils
Yeah.
is like using AI to generate art. It's like you're not
Yeah.
really doing this.
What's wrong with that?
Oh my god.
All
Can
right,
we, can we clip that and put that on TikTok, please?
bro.
AI art. Oh
That'll
god.
go
It's
well.
like an oxymoron. That's hilarious. No, but I think are we missing out? I don't know. There's
I see
always
pictures.
something about like we see like the grass may be always green on the other side, and it's like a very niche subject to say that within, but like I don't know. I think we still have a decent bit of like expressionalism here, like in the States. But I don't know. When you said Colors Festival, I kind of laughed because that was a silly name. But it could be
Yeah.
fun to go to.
It's translated
Um,
from French, so
Oh, that makes sense.
It's just them just like spray painting whole walls the same color. Just very
Also-
bright.
Yeah.
I know you guys follow the artists in France, so I'm gonna name some of the artists that
Sure.
will be
Oh,
present.
thank you. Yeah. I
So
can read this.
you guys know Jalouse, right? You know Jalouse.
Oh, he did that one. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
arguably not top 5.
Oh, you
Arguably
think
not
so?
top 5.
Arguably, I think
Okay.
he could be on a good
Overrated.
season.
Here's my question: Where does Mr. Copy rank in your mock draft? Where is he?
It's like 4.
For Mr.
See,
Copy?
here's the thing. I think
He's
being
injury prone.
projected
He's injury
higher
prone.
than what the executives think. I really think he might fall to 25, 30. Like when
He's
you
got
see him at
intangibles,
15.
You know,
Well, sure,
He's
but
got
like,
tools.
what's
He's
that
got
without
tools, but-
technique, really? Because like when you see him at 15,
you give him
I
a little
honestly-
stencil, a little guy.
a little stencil. I
He'll-
think
he'll
he's
build, he'll
pure
produce.
AI. He's pure AI.
He's using it.
It's pure AI. Oh man, that's hilarious.
What was his name?
Okay.
Mr. What?
Mr.
Mr.
Clipboard?
Copy, Mr.
Oh,
Copy.
Copy.
So, yeah, he's Copy. Yeah. Okay, but we need a number
is
one overall.
comedic.
Who sounds more number one overall to you? One Miser or Lady K?
One miser?
Stupid.
There's
Lady.
one in his name.
I feel like Lady K. Like, there's definitely multiple people that have like become the name Lady K. I feel like that could get
He has
confusing.
one in his name. He's number one.
Is it the-
True.
Is it the number or the
The
letter?
number one, yeah.
Like it's spelled out one, or is it just the actual?
Spelled
Is
out
this
one.
translated to English?
Oh,
It is not, I don't believe. I think these are the actual names.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna have to do Lady K here. But you know what?
Lady K.
I like it. It's just
Good
not as
night.
memorable. It doesn't. I'll remember Lady K.
Stay
You ask me
away
tomorrow.
from my French
You ask me
artist
tomorrow.
mock-up.
I'll remember Lady K. I don't even
Lady
remember
K.
the other guy.
We talked about
One.
him way longer. We talked
one-
about Lady K.
I don't remember.
One miser.
What is
One
miser?
miser.
That's not English
I
either.
know.
It's not
So
French.
I
either,
will
it's just
understand
something
it.
random.
I say one miser, and honestly, it's not close.
It's not close.
I think
He's got.
Mr. Copy is closer to Lady K than Lady K is to
Whoa.
one
Whoa,
miser.
whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Mr. Coffee is a bona fide scrub.
Oh,
I think-
man, that's awesome.
I think we can all agree that Denova is just like bottom tier, right?
Denova's all right, you know.
Denova, like pre-draft process, did not test well.
Bad
I
interviews
think it
too.
can-
Bad interviews.
Yeah, sure, but I think there's still the on-field, on canvas production. You like to see.
On campus
Um,
production.
uh,
When you flick on the canvas, you just see flashes of talent.
Mhm.
I see splashes of AI, honestly.
All right, now for my my second piece of news here. This is more just about Paris in general. So as we've talked about, I don't know if we talked about it on here on the podcast, but Paris is currently buzzing with excitement as the Olympics approach.
The Olympics.
Because they're in Paris. Yes. But many concerns linger about the city's readiness and public enthusiasm. So the president has said that he aims for Olympic success and is like setting ambitious medal goals for French athletes. Like he's announced like they're going to be winning gold all the time and stuff.
They
like
don't get accepted in the country if they don't.
that. Yeah, deportation immediately.
Guillotines.
Yeah, guillotine. But despite skepticism, the city is prepared with revamped venues and eco-friendly initiatives, which it's very high on. So high, in fact, that some Sundays when we were driving into church, the entirety of inner city Paris was blocked off because of this mission called Paris Breathe, which is its literal translation. So basically, if they don't have the cars in there for one day, they'll be able to breathe better. It's basically the thought process there. And the pollution will be down,
It could work, you know.
as if
It's
pollution didn't
6/7 of the-
spread from,
6/7.
huh?
That's 6/7 of the car
It's
emissions
true.
that would be
No,
there.
but it's not every Sunday.
Oh, I think they
Not
could do
every
like. I
Some Sundays.
think they
like
could do
once a
every
month.
Sunday. If
It's
you're
once
doing
a
one
month.
Sunday, why don't you just do every Sunday?
Yeah, you
Think
tell
good.
me. You tell me.
Honestly, yeah, 6/7 is not bad.
You gotta commit, bro.
Yeah, for real.
But
Man, Paris sucks.
Anyways,
True.
my first question to you guys is: do you guys realize how dirty Paris is?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
had a
It
geography
can be.
class
Can be very dirty.
with the public
you said
urinals.
lack of public enthusiasm. Is it going to be like the Oakland A's game where like 3,000 people show up? And
That's
They
just
know Drew-
reports. I
Drew
feel like
Holiday will be
that's
there.
not true.
oh,
Drew Holiday? True.
will also be
Holiday will
there.
be
They
there.
love Drew Holiday.
And some
Is that
other
our headline
other
player?
basketball athletes, I think, will be there. I don't know.
I can't
so
think
much.
of any first overall picks.
Oh, Tyrese
No.
Halliburton is going.
Oh,
to
yeah.
He won't.
So,
Wait, Tyrese will be there.
yeah. I mean,
How do you say his first name? Like I know him. Oh, Tyrese will be there.
Tyrese.
Ty, yeah.
Tyrese Halliburton. No, I think it'd be funny if no one showed up to the Olympics. I think that'd be kind of silly.
Yeah,
How
I think
dirty
that's
it
just
is. I've never
hearsay.
been there, so
okay. So they have a bunch of like public trash cans all over the place, which is
And
great.
urinals.
But and urinals. But they don't like do an amazing job at picking up trash. Like there will be a trash can that's filled up, and then people just keep putting stuff on top of it, and then it all falls out into the street. And everyone's
river.
always going on strike, so sometimes the trash service will just not be available for 2 weeks. And it's wild. Like the city gets really
That's
dirty, and you can tell. Also, I know you guys have heard about this, so here's my other question: do you guys think that they will be able to stop the rioting during the Olympics, or will it just set the stage for more?
Are they still riding?
I mean, there's a constant disgruntled
If they don't
feeling.
stop it, that would kind of be embarrassment. I mean, all the
Yeah.
countries are there.
Well,
It would
Anthony
feel
Edwards will.
dang.
Anthony Edwards will probably put a stop to it.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. He's
I
like,
would.
like
Okay.
the buzz is too
I
silence.
love it. Anthony Edwards is my favorite, maybe my favorite NBA player right now.
Wait,
I love him
Joe.
so much.
Joe, what would the French people say to Anthony Edwards? What would they say?
He's like this is the general buzz of the crowd. It's
No, but
that's
what,
like- but
what,
imagine
what
like-
in French would they say to Anthony Edwards?
Are you looking for my thing? Are you asking me
I
to say your
mean,
thing?
sure, yeah, sure, say your thing.
As long as it's not a bad word, I'm not intending it to be a bad word.
No,
You
it's
go,
not.
Sacre bleu! That's what they would say to Anthony Edwards. That's what they would say. And he would,
A phrase
he
no
would go,
one's ever said in France.
He would go, and they would all stop.
They'd all
And
stop
then the
on
country would
command.
be back to normal. Everyone would go off a strike, and yeah, that's how Anthony Edwards
That's
fixes
impossible. So, we get vacation days here in America. They also get them in France, but they also get striking days.
That's
France.
dope.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
That's just
You
fun.
know what's the best is that sometimes our teachers would just be like, "Yeah, there's a strike today. We're gone. No class.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Just stay home."
That's baller.
Fun fact about the Olympics, though: the surfing event is in Fiji.
Oh.
So it's the farthest. I think it's
Ah.
Fiji. I think it's Fiji. It's the farthest like gap between
Interesting.
events and
That makes
of all
sense.
time.
Cool though.
Hmm.
Very cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, I saw on TikTok. earlier.
Well, I don't know. Riots are kind of wild. Not gonna
And
lie.
riot's a strong word. There's a lot of protesting.
Yeah. Wouldn't
But
be
it-
shocked if the protesting continues.
Right.
Are you an expert in
Because
French politics?
yeah. So
Well, I'm
like
not
when they
either.
bring on like
so-
someone onto the news, it's like Joe last name, French riot expert. If I was a rioter, I'm putting myself in their shoes. I would continue.
I would
That's
continue.
That's my
The stage is set, man.
Yeah. Hey, you are
Stage
on
is
TV
set.
now.
What if Bam Adebayo tells you to stop?
I would
Uh,
immediately
man.
stop and apologize.
If he told me in person to stop, I would cry. I would bawl my eyes out and say, like, why
Who
did
else
I
will
ever do
probably be
this?
Shay will be there. What if Shay uses his aura?
His aura.
Yeah.
He's too much fun. Ah! And we just like
Yes.
find ourselves in the arena cheering.
His fit's too hard.
Him and his girlfriend have been together since high school. Ah! Oh, nice.
Good
Go
stuff
France.
there, Jim.
And then if there's nothing else on the French front of things, I have one little news story. It's basketball. So JJ Redick
I saw that.
is going to be interviewed for the Charlotte Hornets head coaching position, which
Interesting.
I thought because like obviously like happens to former players a lot, but really I think it'll be interesting to see a guy. Obviously, he has a huge NBA podcast, former player. He was great for a long time.
As a
Retired
podcast,
pretty
LeBron.
recently. Hmm. I really think it's interesting if there's like a precedent provided if he gets the job, which he may not. Like, are these guys that turn into media personalities going to be offered more jobs? And if so, what does that mean for the publicity of the team? What does it mean, like, social media-wise? There could be a lot more done there. But, like, it would be really interesting to see if he gets a job, how good of a job he does, if there's going to be more public scrutiny on him for every move. So what do you guys think? What do you think?
I think he interviewed for a job last year, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think. But, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah,
NBA head coaches are, like, the worst thing ever. Like, they don't,
that's the
like
thing.
they don't do that much, you know?
I don't know how much they do. Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, what would you do with like Pat McAfee was an NFL head coach? I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be
Like,
fun. That'd be
that's
really
why
fun.
I kind of like that they're interviewing JJ Redick.
My thing is
Kinda
just
fun.
the turnover rate of not turnover
Coaches.
rate, it's like a thing. But in NBA head coaches
Mhm.
is absurd. Like earlier this season the Bucks fired their coach after he's like crazy or not crazy, but a pretty good record.
Mhm.
And then like
Fired Doc
they fired their
Rivers.
Budenhauser, they fired him like a year after he won the championship.
Mhm.
It's just so weird. Like if you win a Super Bowl in the NFL, you're safe for like 4
Mhm.
years, 4 or 5
Yes.
years at least.
Absolutely are.
You could you could win 0 games the next season. You won't get fired.
That's absolutely correct.
But yeah, it's just such a different thing. That's really what drives me away from the NBA is the differences. Mainly with the draft. That's mainly what drives me away. Is because it's like you could be a transcendent college player and then not be an NBA player.
Yeah.
Like with Zach Edey, imagine if there was a 2-time Heisman winner coming out of college and like might not be a first round pick.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
It'd be weird. It'd be strange.
I wouldn't compare Zach Edey to any athletic.
Well,
person.
Zach Edey hate should not exist. I
might
love
be
Zach
the
Edey
worst
so much.
prospect I've ever seen.
Zach
Probably a great
Edey will
kid.
be amazing. He's better than Donovan Clingan.
He's not better than Jeremy Roach though. So.
No, but that's what I
We
got.
got
for
off
that front.
topic, but sorry.
Could be interesting. No, you're good. It could be interesting. So we'll watch it. We'll report
Could
on
not
it.
be
Maybe.
though.
I won't watch
But
it.
anyways,
But
Yeah,
I
it
think
could
that's
be. He could not get the job, and it wouldn't be
Well, he
interesting.
probably won't get the job. I don't think he will, realistically.
So then it wouldn't be interesting, and then you're a failure.
Let me stop the podcast.
yeah, if JJ Redick
If JJ Redick doesn't get the
Pressure's
job,
on you, JJ. Ball's in your court, literally. So, but no, I
you
think that's
really
all we
want
got
your
for this
favorite
week.
podcast to fail? Be
He's a part
ashamed.
of the committee. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us. We're Podcast by Committee. You guys are our committee. Happy draft week. We'll be back with some more analysis. Some of our favorite picks probably next week, and we are psyched. But have a great week. We're Podcast by Committee. You guys are our committee. Peace out.